Before we talk about art, before we talk about policy, before we talk about Austria, we need to talk about fear. Fear of collapse, fear of meaninglessness, fear of becoming irrelevant. Every society has a moment when it realizes that power is not permanent.
And Austria experienced that moment more clearly than most.
Today's episode is not about music. It's about what happens after a country loses everything. Austria was once the center of Europe, not culturally, politically.
The Habsburg Empire ruled over dozens of ethnicities, languages, religions. Power was physical. Armies, borders, hierarchy.
And then it vanished.
World War I did not just shrink Austria. It erased its reason for existing.
That's not just political loss, that's identity loss.
Exactly. When an empire collapses, people don't ask, what do we govern now? They ask, who are we without power?
Many countries answer that question by trying to regain power.
Austria did not.
Austria chose neutrality, not just militarily, existentially.
Permanent neutrality was not weakness. It was a refusal to define value through dominance.
That's radical.
It is, especially in Europe, where history rewards conquest.
So if not power, what holds a society together?
Meaning, shared symbols, cultural continuity.
Many post-collapse societies turn to ideology.
Which is dangerous. Ideology demands enemies.
Art doesn't.
Exactly. Art allows ambiguity, silence, contradiction.
So culture became a safe container for identity.
Music especially requires listening before action. That matters.
Let's talk about money, because culture isn't free.
Austria made a critical decision. Culture would not survive by sales alone.
That's a direct rejection of neoliberal logic.
Yes, because markets reward novelty, speed, and spectacle. Culture often needs time, repetition, patience.
So the state subsidized slowness.
Beautifully put. Slowness became policy.
You can't preserve culture by museums alone.
Exactly. Austria embedded arts into education not as creativity training, but as thinking practice.
Art as a way of structuring attention.
Yes, to stay with complexity without rushing to solutions.
Let's be uncomfortable for a moment.
Please.
What happens to societies that treat culture as expendable?
They become efficient and fragile.
Fragile how?
They panic when systems fail. They radicalize easily. They lose narrative resilience.
This episode isn't really about Austria, is it?
No. It's about what happens when a society chooses meaning over momentum.
And whether others dare to do the same. Art is not a luxury. It is a technology for surviving loss. Austria learned that not through theory, but through collapse. The question is not whether we can afford culture. The question is, what kind of collapse are we preparing for?
Every budget is a moral document. Austria wrote culture into its margins and survived.
NEOTERRAIN. We don't chase answers. We stay with the question.